Many of our systems today are comprised of many different pieces of software components, as we often call them, and a lot of these could actually be developed by third parties, or it could be our entire application itself was outsourced out to a third party to develop for us. Why do we do this? Well, there's a lot of benefits from third-party software. It's available. In many cases, you can go and purchase something as a government off-the-shelf or commercial off-the-shelf software that's already there and ready to go. In many cases, it's interoperable and a proven solution that other companies are using as well, which gives us the ability to easily pass data back and forth between systems. And in some cases, it could be that it's significantly less expensive than the cost of trying to develop it ourselves. But there are some disadvantages we must always look at. For us that have more of a security focus, we have to be aware that a lot of the software you buy is what you see is what you get. It's inflexible, and in many cases, our business depends on it in a way that we don't even control. We have to start doing business the way that software is designed to work, not how maybe we would have done it if we designed it for our own use. One of the biggest problems is that we don't necessarily know what's inside of that box. We bought an executable, and we know that if we put this data in, this is the result we get, but we don't always know what else it's doing. Is there other undocumented or unknown functionality in there? This is why we should always watch, anytime we have purchased software, what communications go out of that software as well. We can't see the source code, so we can't see if it's actually making mistakes or doing things we would rather it wasn't doing. Now we said it could be cheaper. Yeah, but also it could actually be more expensive. There is the cost not only of maybe originally purchasing it, but ongoing licensing fees, for example, and the cost to do maintenance and training and so on for people and how to use it as well. So there could quite often be hidden costs there that maybe weren't in that initial feasibility study we did when we looked at outsourcing, maybe software development. We do also have to look at things like ownership and who owns the code in the end as well. It could be that now we're locked into one vendor. We have to do things the way their software is set up. It's proprietary. It could even be in a proprietary language we don't have any people that have training in. It could be that if that vendor greatly increases prices, the cost for us to get out our exit strategy could be prohibitive, and we end up paying much larger fees than we had counted on. It could be that we are using the software, it's working fine, but the vendor says, yeah, we're not going to support that anymore. We want people to buy our new software. Or it could be that we've been bought out by another company and they're going to merge it into their product, and there's really no support ongoing for the software we are counting on a daily basis. There are risks with supply chain, because what happens if the software development host goes out of business? They were the only ones that even had the source code. They were the only ones that knew how everything worked, and they've become a single point of failure. It could be that their languages are something we don't have developers that are familiar with. It could well be that they built software for functionality, not for security. The security wasn't built into the design, and we've seen that with a lot of operational technologies. Or it could be that, they put security in, but it simply doesn't work. It could be the security is there, but it wasn't enabled, or even it was an add-on price when we bought the product as well. So a good idea, and something that the number of software development houses have done, is they've turned around and they've had the security turned on by default, but we do have to check to make sure the default settings aren't to no security, for example. The key points review: third-party software is a part of today's life, and it can provide substantial benefits to most organizations, but we must be aware of the risks that also could be associated with third-party software.